God damn it. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. Now, this isn't going to be an official unboxing, so here's the story. I actually was in Target shopping for something completely different, and I came across these lovely Simpsons toys. There was this playset that was only running for $20. Now, my dumbass thought that you were going to get the entire family as well as the playset. Not so much. So I bought this thinking I was going to get the whole set, but I only got Homer. And, yeah, so it turned into like a whole thing. Fast forward a few days, and I go back to Target to get the full Simpsons collection. Now, I would have preferred to buy the figures individually as opposed to the full set because the full set comes with Homer, and I already have a Homer with a playset. Unfortunately, Target only had a Bart Simpson and a Ned Flanders sold individually under the Jakks. They had some Super 7 toys, but you know, I'm not trying to spend that much money because you know, I want the Simpsons, but I don't think I want them that much. You know what I'm saying? Buying a line from Super 7 is a commitment. A commitment I was not willing to make off an initial impulse buy. So I bought the playset, I bought the family, and I bought Ned Flanders. I may or may not buy more figures from Jakks Pacific. It really all depends on what I see at my local Target. I'm not going to seek out these figures online or at other stores. It's just going to be a fun little pastime. It's the Cheetos to my collection as opposed to the steak. So honestly, I think I've done enough yapping. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut to a nice little satisfying ASMR montage right now.
Do.
Alright, and there you have it, The Simpsons, live and in color. Now, these toys are not without their flaws. Now, they're pretty small. They are roughly 2 inches tall. They vary from size to size depending on the character. So they're going to have limited articulation. They bend at the waist so that they can sit down on the couch, but they have no knee articulation or feet articulation. The arms can go up and down, forward, sideways, but there's no elbow articulation or hands, obviously. The head can go from side to side as well. But this is to be expected for something this small, and for Simpsons characters as well. You add too much articulation and you're going to break up the skull. Even Super 7 is going to have somewhat limited articulation for these Simpsons characters. Another downside for these figures, and it's actually kind of a big one for me, is that they sometimes have trouble standing up. Not so much on other solid surfaces, but on the playset itself. The plastic is a bit slippery, so these characters will fall down a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. Let me tell you, it took me about 10 minutes to get them all fitted on the sofa. Now I realize they're not standing when they're on the sofa, but still the plastic is so slippery that they slip right off. They do relatively well on other solid surfaces, but on the playset itself, man, let me tell you, it's kind of a nightmare. Also, I can't quite get a very good connection to the two walls of the playset, so there's a little bit of a gap. Now, don't take my criticisms as me being against these figures. I think they're fine. I think they're really good for the price. Again, the playset was $20. The figure set of the family was $20, and the Ned Flanders was about I think maybe either $7, $8, or $9. So all relatively cheap. And there are some fun little action pieces on the playset. The carpet has 2 pegs that you can stick the figures on, so it looks like Homer is chasing Bart. Also, there's an action feature on the sofa. I don't have it videoed, but it actually flips up so it can like sort of launch Homer out of it, or any character that you want, really. So all in all, I think this is a fun little display. It's a nice, cheap substitute to the Super 7 figures, and it's actually something that you could probably give your kids so they could wreck these things. After all, toys are really made for kids in the first place, and we really shouldn't gatekeep them. To really sum it up, I think the quality matches the price. So, alright, that's going to pretty much wrap everything up. I am Rip It Open and Newman on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, Lemonade now too. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later. These figures are going to make my trypophobia act up. Ugh.